Hola a todos, bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo de Kingdom Come Deliverance. Mi nombre es Hatox. Y bueno, estoy aquí. ¿Por qué estoy aquí? Vamos a ver. Yo hice... Ah, sí, correcto. Vale. En el último vídeo seguimos con la misión. El tipo ese nos dijo que habláramos con alguien en Sasau. Vinimos aquí, hablamos con Tomasito, ¿vale? Que está aquí tumbado porque le duele todo el cuerpecillo, ¿vale? Nos dijo, vete a la iglesia. Hermano Nicodemo. Ojo. Que guarda la forma, que usted un... Ok, eso. Mejor. Eso, que nos dijo que... que fuéramos a la iglesia y que allí íbamos a ver a la gente mala y tal. La gente mala nos ha dicho que nos infiltremos aquí para matar a alguien, que se llama Pío, por cierto. Y yo le he dicho Pío Pi, y dice Pío Pa, ¿sabes? Y nada, tenemos la opción, ya lo comenté, ¿no? Tenemos la opción de ingresar directamente o ir a contárselo a Sir Raddy. Pero los otros tíos han dicho que nos iban a estar vigilando. Así que yo creo que no conviene ir a hablar con Sir Raddy, ¿vale? Así que nos vamos a meter aquí y nos vamos a hacer cura, ¿vale? Del tirón, tal cual. Vale, no. Con este hay que hablar, ¿no? ¡Hola!
I'm back and I'm ready now.
Sí.
I am.
Then you must
Perfecto.
rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monks' robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your acceptance. Good luck to you.
Ok, entonces, si tengo que matar a alguien, que no es mi intención matarlo, pero bueno. Si tengo que matar a alguien, ¿cómo lo mato? ¿Me puedo llevar una daga? En plan, ¿la ocultas en las nalgas o algo? O... No sé, pregunto, bueno, yo lo... A ver, obviamente. Véndelas, dice, véndelas. Si tenemos un cofre mágico. Casi tan mágico como mi caballo. ¿Qué pasa, Vitus? Ese era Vitus, Ya no coge por la ruta de siempre desde que un día un desconocido lo noqueó en medio del camino y luego apuñaló a su padre. Unas cosas que pasan, oye. Bueno, pues nada. Pues ahí... No, al revés. Vale, esto no puedo hablar. Yo voy en pelota, Yo cero duda, Espérate. Vale, de aquí no puedo dejar nada. ¿Pasa algo si me dejo? Yo qué sé, por ejemplo, unas ganzúas. Voy a probarlo, ¿vale? Porque a lo mejor me dicen, no, eso fuera y me lo quitan, ¿no? Pero, tío, yo qué sé. No me van a registrar, ¿no? Yo me voy a llevar, mira. Además tenemos aquí, mira, una. Tenemos como, a ver. Tengo más de 100 ganzúas, ¿vale? O sea, no, literalmente tengo 100 ganzúas. Algunas más rotas, otras menos. Yo me voy a llevar, mira, estas que están feas, ¿vale? Y me voy a ir así. ¿Qué queréis que os diga? ¿Vale? Ya, de aquí no sé si puedo tirar. Y a ver. ¿Y el vino? El vino me lo llevo puesto, ¿vale? Voy ligero, pero ligero que vas, hijo de puta. Esto para la vuelta. ¿Por qué tengo de peso 1,9? Ahora me van a multar por ir... Veréis, es que me van a multar. Mira, es que todo el barro ahora, qué asco. Y lo que no es barro, porque ahí me harán los caballos y todo. ¡Ay, Dios! A mi caballo ni se os ocurra, A mi caballo ni se os ocurra, vamos a decir, no, el caballo lo tienes que regalar a mí. Y digo, ¡mierda! El caballo se viene conmigo. Y el caballo ahí rezando ahí. Imagina, no diga no. En fin. Bueno, pues nada. ¡Míralo! ¿Qué pasa, hombre?
strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realize how much I'd grown used to it.
Espera, que hubiera dejado mis cosas ahí automáticamente. Porque a lo mejor esa era la clave, ¿no?
It's time for you to take your vows.
Dejar las cosas
Do I really
ahí.
have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Perfecto, sin problema, oye. Por lo menos es cómodo, ¿no? Me otorga máxima movilidad. Con él es como si no llevara nada. Llevara nada. Perdón. A ver, no me hace falta un cuchillo para matar a alguien. Antes, hace unos pocos vídeos, maté a alguien aplastándoles la cabeza. O sea que... Perdón. Ese es. Se le notan las orejas. O no, o es uno de estos tres. Tiene que ser uno de estos cuatro, ¿no? Si era reciente, tan reciente. Para que vamos a hacer la comunión.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria.
A ver si hubiera entrado por la cueva secreta.
Obedience and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et viva.
Lo canta, el tío, tiene una voz, tiene voz, tú vales,
Confundas me ab expectatione.
Vosotros a lo mejor sois muy jóvenes, pero aquí en España hubo una época en la que se pusieron de moda los discos de canto gregoriano, No es broma, y se vendían,
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum viva.
Es este entonces, va a ser el que me está ayudando, va a ser este el que al que tengo que liquidar, fijo.
Non confundas me ab expectatione.
Operación Fraile se va a llamar este vídeo. O Factor Fraile, no lo sé, ya veremos.
Accept your new name, brother Gregor, and wear it with honor.
Bueno,
Welcome,
honor,
brother.
honor y Henry son dos cosas que no casan muy bien, Perdón. Uy, me da 2 besitos, pero ojo, que estamos en cuarentena. O sea, es lo que digo, podría haber entrado en sigilo por la cueva aquella, ¿no? Y haberlo hecho de otro modo. Buah. Monje. Pobreza, castidad y obediencia. Ok. Yo he dejado mis cosas en mi sitio porque yo no me fío de dejárselas a nadie, Ahora sería un detalle.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite unexpected.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
Labor cotidiana. Bueno.
It was my choice. For a common lad like me, it's the easiest way to get an education and do something worthwhile with my life.
It looks like we're both here for the same reason. I think we'll get along.
Claro. Super amiguito.
Let's go then.
Good.
Me saben...
But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening, so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go.
Me sabe mal no haberle dicho nada a Raddi, pero por seguro...
Remember
de hecho,
one word. Discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
O sea, no puedo mear sin permiso de Dios. O hacer caca. Son necesidades biológicas, hombre. Creo que se refiere a otra cosa con necesidades biológicas, pero bueno. ¿Qué?
This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours.
Perfecto.
Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
No pasa nada. Yo soy de dormir poco.
This is the garden.
No,
A
¿en
place for
serio?
silent contemplation and meditation.
Yo soy muy contemplativo, ¿no lo sabía?
Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing
dice?
any misbehaving novices. So beware.
Ah, está de broma.
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work.
Un momentito. A ver, esto no me lo han sacado de encima, joder. Claro, no pueden... Mejor llevar una oreja de cumano encima.
As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the
Es que
Circassians,
claro, es que...
who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say.
Sure as the sun circles the earth.
Porque para mí, que soy una persona...
This is the refectory, where we come together to eat.
No te pongas en medio...
During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the rule of Saint Benedict.
No te pongas en medio. Estamos ahí hablando de sus cosas y te pones tú en medio.
Law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment.
Loco, ya
But
tiene
I've
la
already
túnica
told
llena de
you about
mierda.
the circuitous.
Pero es que ¿hace cuánto que no limpian aquí? Mira, oye. También, Hostia, aquí he estado yo.
The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how.
De hecho, ese tío me conoce.
And that's all. Today you are still free from duty. But tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around. There's a lot to learn here.
No.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who's in charge of things around here?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough, someone else. As if it mattered. Our life will still be work and prayer.
I see.
Ya veo.
Are there any rifts between the brothers?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's nest here. Strange you haven't noticed.
Hombre.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion, Neverless is definitely the right man. Unfortunately, no one cares about my opinion because novices get no say.
Ahora que me pongo a pensar, es inmensamente apropiado, enormemente apropiado, que justo después de terminar del peregrinaje y de terminar toda la historia de Johanka, nos metamos en un convento, en un monasterio. ¿A qué es apropiado?
Tell me something about life here.
Hay que intentar preguntarle, pero
Work,
ser sutil.
prayer, work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our lives.
Ya más adelante le preguntaremos, pero no le voy a preguntar.
What are the roles of the various monks here?
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises everyone, and in his absence, the prior. But it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule.
The rule,
quite
la
strict.
regla con mayúscula,
So if you want to avoid getting punished, always act righteously and do your duties honestly.
La regla es nadie hace caca a partir de las 10. Bueno.
Who would you choose as the new abbot if you could?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote? Gregor, don't go poking your nose into other people's business. You'll sleep better at night.
Muy bien. Vale, puedo hablar.
The forbidden books must be in that
You're interested
cabinet.
in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself.
Como por ejemplo. Este. Este es un libro. Mira, mira lo que tengo.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. But I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years, and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
What, you do
nothing else? It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind.
Muy bien. ¿Puedo abrir esto? Porque este está cerrado, pero...
Get away from my cabinet. The book stood in there out for your eyes to see.
Vale. ¿Tú ves? Herreros malvados. Oye, puedo echarle un vistacillo. Lo mismo hay algún libro que me interese, ¿no? Rataje. Uy. Llega a aparecer el caballo y yo creo que me tiro por el suelo. Toma. Vamos a limpiar un poco esto, joder. Adalberto. Oye, podría haber algún libro de habilidad, ¿eh? No sería... Mira, antología de poemas de amor. Ese no es el mismo, ¿no? Pone que está leído, ¿eh? Por cierto, qué libros más grandes. O sea, te tira un... Mira la mano... Mira las manos, los brazos de Henry, ¿vale? Más o menos, ¿vale? Intentad ver... O sea, te tiran un libro de estos encima y te mueres. O sea, pásame el... Toma, el tomo que querías. ¡Pam! Te lo tiran y te mueres, ¿vale? O sea, tal cual. O por lo menos se te caen los brazos al suelo mínimo. En fin. Nada, vamos a seguir mirando por aquí. Oye, a ver, no me deberían de hacer falta armas aquí. El único que si aparece alguien con armas, no, pues lo mismo me parten la boca, ¿sabes? Bueno, no sé qué se supone que tengo que hacer, pero voy a intentar ir a hacer las cosas bien, ¿vale? Aunque ya de primeras no debería de estar aquí. ¿Qué es hora de comer o qué? Pues buenas tardes. No sé dónde se supone que tengo que ir, pero... Me han dicho que hable con los otros novicios, pero... No quiero ni correr, por si acaso, ¿vale? Ya me da miedo andar rápido. Mira, un novicio. ¿Y qué pasa? Siskin.
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Sospechoso.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to
Interesante.
think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka Pardubits? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. And, being the youngest, the lot fell on me. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me, so I didn't lose out completely.
¿Ya? O sea, ¿ya lo he encontrado, de verdad? Qué bueno soy, ¿no? A la primera.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me while he's still alive...
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my my siblings, arguing with the abbot to give it back.
And you stashed away the remainder?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off
Entonces esto es mentira, ¿no? Que me está
far
contando.
away from here.
La plata no es de sus hermanos, es de esta gente, ¿no?
That's all I wanted to know.
Please, keep it to yourself.
What? ¿Esta página es rasgada?
It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some lockpicks. Do you know anyone in the monastery who could help me?
Lockpicks, eh? I won't ask what for. My advice is to try Brother Solarius.
Anda, que hay uno que trapichea y todo. ¡Ech! Usted fuera, está sobrando.
I'm still curious about this treasure.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
¿Cómo es que no sé?
How is it that you don't get any penance for missing morning prayers?
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face
Esas
there
cosas
from time
dímelas,
to
que tengo
time.
dinero.
No one's still awake at that time of the morning.
Tío puta, esa gente me lo dice, me traigo unos pocos grochen y animamos el cotarro aquí.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book.
The words mean nothing to me. Ask in the library.
Who would you elect, Abbot, if you could?
Most likely Nevlas. He's a fine fellow and he seems honest. But, truth be told, it doesn't matter much to me. A monastery will still be a monastery, no matter who's in charge. If you really want to talk more about it, ask Antonius. He seems to have taken an interest.
Sí, ya lo conozco. Pero esto... O sea, esto no me hace falta ya, ¿no?
I'd be interested to hear what...
Ah, okay.
That's all. I'd like to ask you...
¿Por qué están en gris y no le preguntaba a este?
Are there any...
Yes. From the moment talk began about...
Ah, porque eso es la misma frase, literalmente.
Well, that's all.
Vale. Entonces, Sir Smil Flashka. A ver, se le conoce. Que perdió. Wenceslao. En la década. Pero no habla nada de los hijos ni nada. Vale, vamos a ver qué pone en lo de la misión, porque lo mismo pone otra cosa. Y yo me estoy... Y a lo mejor simplemente me estoy liando. Ah, vale, ¿ves? Por ahora no sé... Oh, vale. Si es quien ha asegurado que lo tenía escondido, eran simples recuerdos de su vida fuera de los muros. Y una daga. No se puede, el dinero lo robó de casa cuando su familia lo obligó a entrar en el monasterio. Claro, entonces, a ver, es lo que decía el otro, ¿no? Que tenía... Que había conseguido... El otro nos dijo que había conseguido meter una daga, ¿no? Hablaré con el resto. Pero tiene toda la pinta de que es este, ¿no? De hecho, me ponía misión completada. A mí me deja de rollo, compañero. A ver. No. Para atrás. No le cuesta, oye. ¿Puedo ver cómo se veían las completadas? No, esto no es... ¿Había una forma para verlas completadas? Estos no son. Yo me acuerdo, tío, pero no... Aquí hecho joño. Fuerza, castidad y obediencia. ¿No era esta? A lo mejor lo de entrar por la cueva no se podía, ¿vale? Pues no sé, tío. Precioso. Vaya. Vaya. Lucas, ¿qué pasa, hombre? Ahora
a novice.
¿Este también va a tener dinero escondido o qué?
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you. I'm happiest alone.
Will you tell me some?
I
mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had.
I'm a novice, and my monastic...
Come on.
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took...
Ok, está sospechoso.
I'd like to know something.
I don't know.
What can you tell me about...
Not a lot. I don't know him.
You really don't know anything about anyone?
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you.
If you could.
But I can't vote, so what's the point of worry? Ask and...
I'd like to ask...
Esto es lo mismo.
Well, that...
Vale, esto no dice mucho el Lucas, así que es sospechoso. Se está haciendo tarde, ¿no? No sé si me tengo que ir a dormir o... No sé dónde. Buenas tardes.
And the wine. Those were the days.
Ojo,
You'll see. Things will get better with the new abbot.
Ojo, Está aquí ahí el otro que le gusta el vino, oye. ¿Tú quién eres? Tú eres el que me falta.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
I'm interested in the other novices. What can you tell me about Suskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. He spends more time dreaming of the world outside than tending to his duties. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If it was up to me, he'd be out on his ear right away.
Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw
Gente,
him.
por favor, un poco de intimidad,
Believe me,
coño.
beggar.
Como no
He's
grande el
hiding something
monasterio.
from us. In fact, now I come to think of it, I haven't seen him at morning prayers for a while.
Ajá.
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He's always happy to help, which is more...
I'm interested in Lucas.
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself.
Do you have any grounds for suspecting him of something?
Quite a lot. And also none at all. The circuitors who made the rounds despise him, and...
You're right. It stunk like
What can you tell?
It's not the first
I'm surprised... Yeah, it's a mystery, but one that'll be soon solved. It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning.
No.
They'd soon get his man.
Can you tell me something about
Lo
yourself?
quiero ir hablándoles, obviamente.
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future that anyone could find interesting.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than...
Who would you vote for as the new abbot?
Why do you care? We don't have the right to...
I'm just interested, that's...
I like John better. But like I've said, it's not our place to get involved. It's enough that Anton...
I'd like to ask you... Well, that's all.
Muy bien. Están quitados el sitio, ¿eh? Descaradamente, además. Son muy cabrones los dos, ¿eh? Aunque sois monjes y todo eso, pero vamos. Bueno, hay que hablar con el Cerelio, ¿se llama? ¿Cómo se llama? Monje, tú te llamas monje, te llamas monje. ¿Qué pasa, gente? ¿Todos bien por aquí? ¿Qué pasa? Johannes, este es un Circator. Y este también. Muy bien. Bueno, yo voy a hablar con todos los que pueda, ¿no? ¿Qué pasa?
I'm Gregor and I'm new.
I know. I saw you in the church
este es el de las
during the
orejas.
ceremony. I have a feeling we'll be meeting again soon, and often. You see, I'm a circator.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does
The
their work, and
rule?
that everything is the way it should be.
When it's not the way it should be?
But then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
Claro que no.
About you in the election.
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevlas is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good abbot is beyond.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlas is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
Thank you for answering.
Me voy a tener que meter en eso porque no me interesa mucho, la verdad.
What is it, brother?
I'd like to ask...
Joder. La regla. A ver, vamos a escuchar la regla, ¿no?
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules. which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
Eso sí, lo extrapolamos al mundo como es, así quitamos la parte de la religión, es verdad. ¿Vale? Los gobernantes van a seguir cambiando año tras año, pero si todo lo demás va a seguir igual. Voy a preguntarle esto por si existe alguna forma de salir. Recordad que tenemos que matar al otro y salir de aquí.
Can you leave the monastery?
And where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway, all the doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nevlas. And they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Bueno, a mí sinceramente el Ioannes este no me cae bien.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here,
y el otro está justo al
which
lado,
many brothers don't like.
Qué gracioso.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance. The younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older brothers take a different view. They say the younger monks want privileges they haven't earned, and each side has its own candidate.
Entiendo.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take it very personally.
Muy bien. Bueno, voy a que me diga su opinión sobre este, ¿no?
John is the circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
Pero...
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John. There's no other candidate. Never, let's just...
Muy bien. Vale.
I'd like to ask you... Tell me something about life.
Prayer, work,
Okay.
What can you tell me about...
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to
Claro,
live
eso he venido.
a monastic life. After a year, you...
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Antonius is hardworking and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
O menos incluso. ¿Por qué están todos aquí fuera? Que es la hora de las palomas, ¿no? ¿O qué? ¿Qué pasa, hombre? Buenas tardes. Llego yo y se pone tenso, ¿lo ha visto? En plan, hostia, que viene el nuevo. Neblas. Ah, mira, Neblas. Fíjate, Neblas, tú. Que he escuchado mucho hablar de ti.
I'm
Es
Gregor,
jovencillo también,
novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
Eso me gusta como suena, ¿eh?
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives. Sin abounds here, just as in the outside world.
Muy típico en la bohemia del siglo XV y en toda la iglesia del siglo XV más bien, pero bueno. No voy a hablar de la iglesia de ahora porque no la conozco, aunque todos sabemos lo que se habla, pero no la conozco. Pero bueno.
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
O sea, que también ha pecado, ¿no? O sea, porque él no puede tirar la piedra porque también ha pecado. ¡Ay, golosón!
Tell me something about...
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies.
Que así se parece a... Ay, ¿cómo se llama este hombre?
Of novices.
No me acuerdo, era humorista.
The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever is chosen.
Dios, es igual, joder.
When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery,
no me acuerdo, tío.
Instead of actually leading the monastery. But he still maintains a fundamental influence on life here.
No me acuerdo. Ay, Dios, era un humorista aquí que hace un papel como de presentador, hacía de medio tonto. Ah, es igual.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. The other brothers see him with one foot in the grave, but I still have hope for him. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superiors. Could you help me with something?
With what?
What?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
Hombre, claro. Claro, claro.
You can count on my help. What do you need me to do?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now, you know, most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
Ah, vale, correcto.
Why are they forbidden?
El que llevo encima, oh.
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book is the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Mm-hmm. Vale.
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it. which is exactly what we don't want.
No sé, tío, da igual. Vale.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day.
Ahora, sin mediar palabra y sin que le dé tiempo a pestañear, le dices, toma el libro.
It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Solarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
Here's the book you wanted.
Amazing. This really is it. Now I can use it to prepare a cure for our suffering abbot. Then I'll leave it in the library to make it seem as if Brother Librarian left it lying about. There'll be no investigation.
Me lo metió en el culo y lo he
Against his
traído.
best interests, as he'll look like the one who wasn't taking proper care of the books. It will drive him mad. I didn't leave that book out, or did I? Is there anything I can do for you in return?
I'd be interested in
llave
finding
la
out the
tengo.
background of the other novices.
That's a strange wish you have. And the only ones who know everything about the novices are the abbot and the prior. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in the prior's study.
Thanks. You've helped me immensely.
No, thank you. About that book, don't even think about breaking in to get it.
No, no, no. Guiño, guiño. Me gustaría saber más.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Many brothers think...
I'd be interested to know more.
I don't like to speak ill of people, but Circuitor John is the worst person the monks could pick to represent them. He's nothing but an old schemer and pedant who he's won the older brethren over because they know he won't call an end to their...
Entiendo.
Why do you want to become abbot?
Because when I see the way things are headed around here, I have no other option. Itinerant preachers speak of the corrupted black... I'd like to change things and bring back meaning and...
That's all.
Peace
Yo me
be
tiro a
with
la,
you, brother.
yo me tiro a la piscina con este, Le voy a... Si puedo, Al mismo no me dejan ahora hablar. Quería hablar con él otra vez, pero bueno.
Ah.
¿No?
Gregor.
Is there any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favor?
What would you like to do? Climb up the tower and shout, "Vote for Nevlis! Vote for Nevlis!"
Not exactly. You do have an opponent, John.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. Just like you and everyone else here.
Es verdad, es verdad.
We're all brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. And if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
What do you want me to find?
I'd be interested to...
Vale. Bueno. Es tarde. ¿A qué hora se supone que me tengo que acostar? A ver, puedo dormir 12 horas y me tengo que despertar al alba. No sé qué se... Vale, unos frescos y siempre podemos mirar. No sé qué se pone a esto. Rudolfir. ¿Dónde se pone que tengo que...? A ver, espérate. Ah, es verdad, yo me dejé unas ganzúas encima. No me las dejaron, ¿no? No, no me las dejaron. A las... Ah, comenzamos a las 3. Hermano, el siguiente... A las 4 la oración de la... Es que, ¿cómo coño a las 3 comienza el día? Mis cojones comienza el día a las 3. A las 3 me acuesto yo siempre. Trabajo de refectorio asignado por el hermano Nebla. Trabajo... Vale. Comienza el día, oración de la mañana. Padre Demetrius. Descanso y queda nocturna. O sea, ¿qué tengo que hacer? ¿Se supone que tengo que hacer? ¿Me voy a la cama o qué hago? La regla, la regla. Vale. Tío, es que... No sé si están hablando de mí o están hablando de... Yo las telarañas las pillo porque aunque me pone que las he robado... Pero a ver, son putas telarañas, vamos. No sé si... No sé si es usted consciente de la tontería más grande que... ¿Dónde se pone que está esa página arrancada de un libro? ¿Esta? Ah, ok. ¿What? ¿En serio? Cuchín. Pero este libro no lo tenía yo ya. Ah, pues no. Solo quiero leerlo, oye, yo qué sé. Lo leo y lo dejo en su sitio, no os preocupéis. O no, ya veremos. ¿Esto qué es? Se puede ser Adalberto. He escuchado mucho de este señor, pero... ¡Ya! ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Espérate. ¿Que me tengo que ir a dormir, no? ¿O qué? No, este no es. Este no es. Son las 9. ¡Ay, que no, un cojón! A ver. Descanso y queda nocturna. Pero que me quedo en donde, en casa, ¿no? Tiempo libre antes... Ah, vale, sí. Vale, pues a dormir. A dormir. A dormir, a dormir, a dormir, a dormir. Por aquí. ¿Cuál es la mía? ¿Esta puedo? Esta puedo ir. Qué bueno. Las camas buenas para mí. Bueno, pues voy a dormir hasta las 3, supongo, ¿no? Bueno, pues está bien. Ok, he pensado yo... Están todos dormidos, yo soy el único aquí competente, la verdad. Lo vamos a dejar ya, ¿vale? Porque, bueno, no hemos hecho mucho, pero es que, bueno, yo sí tengo cosas que hacer, ¿vale? No soy cura, pero oye, yo qué sé. Y llevamos ya un buen rato. Como me ponga con este día, no paro, ¿vale? Así que como no tengo Snap, no puedo grabar la partida cuando yo quiera. Así que nada, bueno, puedo salir del juego, es verdad, pero bueno. Mejor así, el próximo día empezamos la vida monástica y a ver qué tal, ¿vale? Así que nada, espero que os haya gustado el vídeo. Un saludo a todos, muchas gracias y nos vemos en el próximo.